Coming up this next week, Monday, just a week from today, is the federal holiday known as Juneteenth, celebrating the emancipation of enslaved African Americans in the United States. Just around the time of the Civil War. And now celebrations in the state of Michigan have become much more common for this holiday, including in our flagship area for Civic Center TV at West Bloomfield High School, where this coming Saturday on the 17th, June 17th, at West Bloomfield High School, there will be the annual Juneteenth celebration with plenty of fun events and learning opportunities outside at West Bloomfield High School this coming weekend. Joining us to talk about that and more is Derryl Reed from the West Bloomfield Diversity Taskforce, which has organized this event now on the Megacast. Derryl, thank you for joining us today.
Well, Tyler, it's really such a pleasure to be joining you and your listeners this morning to talk about an exciting event that's coming up this Saturday at West Bloomfield High School, as you mentioned, on June 17th from 10 to 2 p.m. It's a rain or shine event. If it's raining, we're going to move inside to the gym inside the high school. As you mentioned...
Well, I appreciate having you on, Derryl. Just a note for back at Master Control, I'm not able to hear Derryl at this moment in time, so I'll just talk for a little moment before that. Now I'm hearing myself coming back, but I should be able to hear Derryl as well. The West Bloomfield Diversity Task Force, you can find even more information on the task force if you go to the West Bloomfield Parks website at wbparks.org and go over programs. You'll find even more information under the Diversity Plus Inclusion page, which will provide information on the Diversity Task Force, including ways that you can join with them. Now I should be able to hear you, Derryl, as we talk about this upcoming Juneteenth in the WB event coming up this weekend. It's not the first time this has happened in West Bloomfield Township. We've talked about it with you in the past. So for those that may not be familiar with the Juneteenth event in West Bloomfield, tell them about the event, how this all got started, and what they can expect to experience this weekend.
Absolutely, Tyler. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, yes. Well, this is the third annual Juneteenth event that's taking place this coming Saturday at West Bloomfield High School from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., rain or shine. It was really an idea started by the Social Justice Committee of West Bloomfield, which is chaired by Amy Mandel. And there are so many outstanding committee members that are participating in the program and helping to make this happen. Our title sponsor is the Henry Ford Hospital and their president, Shauna Johnson. So we're very happy to have their support. Plus, we have the support of the West Bloomfield Parks and Recs, the Public Library, our Police Department, and Fire Department. We're also partnering with one of the student organizations at West Bloomfield High School, the AAA Student Club, and Sonia James, who is the West Bloomfield District Executive Director of Educational Equity and Inclusion. And we really want to thank all of our advertisers in our program booklet, which helps us to cover the cost of this free event to families and individuals. So we're inviting everyone to come out, enjoy themselves as activities for kids, adults, free food while it lasts. And there will be over 55 vendors that will be displaying and selling their crafts, from arts, the sculptures, the painting, education materials, and other items. As I said, this is the third annual event. And the city of West Bloomfield, we want to thank them for the proclamation that they prepared also. As you mentioned, Juneteenth is being celebrated. It's a federal holiday in the United States commemorating the emancipation of enslaved African Americans. It's also often observed for celebrating American culture and the contributions of African Americans in every field of human endeavor in the United States. Now, we all know about the forced free labor of slavery that was the foundation of economic wealth in the South. But only few know of some of the inventions created by African Americans that really helped improve the quality of life in the United States. For example, and this is documented in Washington, and well, some of the inventions include the mailbox, the traffic light, auto gear shifts, clothes dryers, automatic elevator doors, folding chairs, gas heating furnaces, golf tee, the modern toilet, pacemakers, potato chips, thermostats, and touch-tone phones, just to mention a few. So African Americans have made a tremendous contribution to this country, as well as other cultures have done so. It originated in Galveston, Texas. June has been celebrated annually on June 19th in various parts of the United States since 1865. And some people may ask, why in West Bloomfield? Well, West Bloomfield, as most of you know, is a city that is rich in cultural and religious diversity. And that reflects the cultural diversity of the various cities in Oakland County. And I am proud to serve as this year's chairman for the Juneteenth event. And the proclamation, if we have time, I'll go into some of the comments from the proclamation of the city of West Bloomfield.
Yeah, let's talk about that further, because this is an event that's now, it's in its third year. It began in 2021. I had a great turnout, another great turnout last year, and a lot of fun and a lot of a chance for the community to get to know each other and to experience some of the many various cultures from across the greater West Bloomfield area and the Oakland County area as well. So in this iteration of the event in 2023, what is coming back, what is different? And as the Diversity Task Force and the committee that was planning Juneteenth in the WB was coming up with what to do at this year's event, what was discussed? What was the focal point for 2023?
Well, we have actually been working on this event at the conclusion of last year's event, the second annual event, and it comes under the Social Justice Committee. And it's a fantastic experience working with the diversity of the members of the committee. What will be different each year, since this is our third year, we're building on the success of the previous years. So it is an opportunity for people of any cultural background, inside and outside of West Bloomfield, to come out with your family and enjoy a family activity. There'll be activities for kids, storytelling, there'll be a DJ, there'll be music, there'll be gospel singing, there'll be an African drum troupe, there'll be a display of Corvettes. And for those car collectors in the area, you'll want to see the collection of Corvettes that will be on display. So it's a fun-filled event. Each year we build on it, it becomes more and more successful as more and more people come out. And we really appreciate the merchants in West Bloomfield that have permitted us to put signs up in their windows announcing the event. So it's a lot of fun. As I said, it's going to be a rain or shine event. We have provisions to move inside. Should rain be predicted. Also, we will have the support of the West Bloomfield Police Department. They will be on site. So it's going to be a completely safe event. I hate to mention that, but given these current times, you want to take all precautions to make sure that everything is fun, successful, and safe. As I mentioned, it's a free event. There's no charge for it. If people would like to make donations for next year, that would be appreciated. We have free beverages. A lot of local companies that participate in our program booklet, we really appreciate their support, especially the support of our title sponsor, the Henry Ford Hospital, which is the #1 employer in West Bloomfield.
Again, the event is Juneteenth in the WB. It's happening this week, Saturday, June 17th, from 10 a.m. to 12 noon at West Bloomfield High School, as Derryl said. Rain or shine, if it is nice, shiny, and sunny outside. It'll be outdoors all throughout the high school grounds, including on the football field, where just before the 10 to noon event, there is going to be a football camp featuring now University of Michigan wide receiver and most recently a star wide receiver and defensive back at West Bloomfield, a quarterback, kind of all-around player in Samaj Morgan. His Juneteenth football camp in the WB Saturday, June 17th is part of this event, 9 a.m. to noon, and then you can join in on the Juneteenth event as well. More information on all that's going on at West Bloomfield High School for Juneteenth in the WB can be found on their website, juneteenthwb.org. That's juneteenthwb.org for more information. And let's talk too about the growth of this, Derryl, and the partnership that goes in to creating this event, because it's not just a diversity task force or the social justice committee that's working on it. As you had mentioned before, it's partnership with really the entire community to make this work and to make this something that kind of embraces everybody from across the community in this showing of our community's diversity and inclusion and the support that we have for many different cultures in the greater West Bloomfield area.
We really appreciate that. And yes, it is open to any and everyone who would like to come join us for an educational, fun-filled afternoon. And the support we have gotten across the community has really been outstanding, as given by the example of you having us on this morning to talk about this event. The timing on the football camp has been altered a little bit. It's not going to start till 1 p.m. Okay. And that's an opportunity for young kids to participate, to learn some of the fundamentals of football. And as you know, West Bloomfield High School was very successful year before last in winning the state championship in their area. So we look to continue that. I'm just thrilled at the amount of support that has come from across the community. As I've mentioned, the city council that wrote a proclamation acknowledging the event. And one of the things that they mentioned was, excuse me, whereas since then, this is the oldest known celebration commemorating the end of slavery in the United States. The tradition of celebrating Juneteenth has remained strong well into the 21st century to recognize the triumph of human spirit over the cruelty of slavery and to honor the strength and endurance and faith of African-American ancestors. So that sort of gives you an idea of the support that we've had from many of the companies in the area, the city council, as I refer to them, the city council. I grew up in Chicago, but it's a tremendous event. And I'm reluctant to name everyone because I know I will forget someone's names, but we have a tremendous team working on this event, from the high school, from the Social Justice Committee. I also chair the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee for the Oakland County Democratic Party. Although this is a non-political event, so people, regardless of your voting preference, you're welcome to attend the event. And we're really just excited about having another chance to bring our community together for an enjoyable afternoon, Saturday, this coming Saturday, 17, from 10 to 2 p.m. at West Bloomfield High School on Orchard Lake Road. And I have to get out. It's going to be fun. We'll start with an invocation from Pastor Talbert at Missionary Baptist Church, and there will be other groups participating. And it says nonpartisan, non-political, so people can come out, discuss, have fun. There'll be storytelling, free refreshments, performance, live entertainment. We might even do sometime the electric slide during the event or the Soul Train dance line. So you never know what's going to happen. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I strongly encourage everyone to come out and join us.
Plenty of fun at West Bloomfield High School. Again, that is Saturday, June 17th from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. You can find more information. Actually, 10 o'clock to 2 p.m. My apologies.
Yes.
I saw the 2 and I completely missed the 1 on that. But 10 a.m. to 2, West Bloomfield High School, Saturday. This week, Saturday, June 17th. It's Juneteenth in the WB, the third annual Juneteenth event at West Bloomfield High School from the West Bloomfield Diversity Taskforce and partners all across the community. Joining us on the program today to talk about the event is Derryl Reed from the West Bloomfield Diversity Taskforce. And you mentioned some of the activities that may pop up all across this weekend's event that's happened maybe over the past 2 iterations of this. But what are some of the other activities that people can maybe engage in to learn more about the history of Juneteenth, African-American culture, and how that's been impacted by Juneteenth and, of course, by the institution of slavery for so long in the United States, as well as other cultures in our community?
Well, one of the objectives of this event is to share some information about contributions that the African-American community has made to our country. And we do highlight other cultures at different events that we host so that we can bring people together as opposed to having people separate and apart. So that's been very important for us. It's just, I've been involved since the beginning of this event, working with the Social Justice Committee, and we've reached out to other community organizations to participate in this event. And we're very happy with the response that we have received from other organizations, our volunteers. We have student volunteers. Some of the students will be performing from West Bloomfield High School. And that was a highlight of last year's event. And I'm sure they're going to do an outstanding job again this year. That is the AAA Club of West Bloomfield High School. As I mentioned, West Bloomfield High School has been very supportive of this event. It could not have been possible without their support. And we're just happy, pleased, and proud to have established this fellowship and partnership with West Bloomfield High School. As I mentioned, Sonia James, who is the Executive Director of Educational Equity and Inclusion for the school system in West Bloomfield High School. And your show has been really appreciated. I'm a regular viewer of your show, Tyler, and I appreciate the information that you share about what's going on in the area to help people know what's happening in our community. West Bloomfield, I've lived here since 1994, and I really have enjoyed the experiences I've had. It's a great place for family and kids. That's why we want them to come out this Saturday to the Juneteenth event. And it's just going to be a great time, educational experience. We're going to have over 55 vendors that will be participating, showing their arts and crafts, educational materials, and we'd like for people to come out and support our vendors. It's really going to be an enjoyable day.
You can come out and support the vendors and learn a lot of great information about Juneteenth right here in the greater West Bloomfield area where we originate our program each and every day, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at West Bloomfield High School this week, Saturday, June 17th. More information on JuneteenthWB.org. You can learn more information, too, about the West Bloomfield Diversity Taskforce at WBParks.org under their programs link and diversity plus inclusion. That'll take you to a page about the West Bloomfield Diversity Taskforce. And Derryl, with a couple more minutes before we'll have to move on for the day, let's talk about the Diversity Taskforce. A, how did you get involved with it? And then B, if people want to get involved, how can they join the task force?
Well, I have had an interest in cultural diversity for a number of years. When I worked for Ameritech, I created the multicultural marketing department connected with Yellow Pages. So it was a logical extension for me to get involved in my community working in this area. And I've discovered that we have more things in common as different cultures than we have that separate us. And if we focus on respect, mutual respect for each other, being concerned about the quality of life, we can get past some of the challenges that are occurring today politically. As I said, this is a nonpartisan event, but you can't help but notice some of the things that are occurring in our society. So it's a chance for people to come out, have a fun weekend, enjoy what they're doing, and we really appreciate their support. As I said, it's a rain or shine event, so don't let the rain deter you from attending if it should be raining. If not, we'll be outside. If it's raining, we'll be inside the gym at West Bloomfield High School. And we do want to take some homage for his support and support his football camp that the time, as I understand, has been moved back to 1 p.m. So kids will be participating in that. And everyone in West Bloomfield and the surrounding area is invited to join us. If people would like to learn more, they can contact me personally. They can give me a call, Derryl Reed at 586-214-5557. We're always looking for volunteers to help us in this work, to work with our committee, and to even come up with ideas and suggestions for issues that you think we should address. And I'm very proud to be a part of this program. It's very educational for families and kids and for the whole community. So people, once again, Saturday, June 17th, West Bloomfield High School from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. We've mentioned that so many times. I hope no one will forget. If you have any questions, give me a call and address any of your questions or any of your concerns. As I said, it's going to be a very safe event. There'll be free food while it lasts. I would suggest people to get there early. Get on the phone, tell your friends and neighbors to come join us. It's going to be a great time. You'll see many posters up in some of the stores and businesses in the West Bloomfield area. So we appreciate the support of the business community as well.
You can find more information, JuneteenthWB.org, and find more information on the Samaj Morgan football camp that will happen now beginning at 1 o'clock right in the middle of the event at West Bloomfield High School, rain or shine. That is for kids 6 to 14 years old. There's more information on JuneteenthWB.org or on Samaj Morgan's website, the Samaj Morgan Foundation's website at SamajMorgan.org. Derryl, thank you so much for joining us today.
Well, thank you very much. It's really a pleasure being on your show. As I said, I'm a regular listener, viewer, And I enjoy the job that you're doing to help educate and inform people in the West Bloomfield area about things that are going on in our community. So thanks a lot, Tyler.